Well, hey y'all, it's Dan. I want to welcome y'all to my home mistakes again. And today we're going to do something really cool, and I'm going to bring y'all along with me. We're going to fry some green maters. So let me get this camera set up and we're going to rock right on into it. Give me a second. Alright y'all, let's jump right off into it. We're going to do this just a little bit backwards today. I'm actually going to put together a buttermilk dipping sauce for these fried green maters. And we're going to do the dipping sauce first so we can get it put together, and we're going to put it in the refrigerator and let it chill for a little while. Chill. Let it chill for a while we're doing the when we're doing up the green maters. So I'm gonna point you down and let's rock on. Alright, what we got here is we have some green onions. We need to cut these really thin. So I'm gonna start by just cutting these guys really thin. And I'm gonna use 4 green onions. And once I get these chopped up, I will we'll rock on into what else is in the buttermilk sauce. And I believe I'm just going to use the tops for these. I'm going to use the green stuff. I think it will look real nice in the buttermilk sauce. I don't know if I'm going to use the bottoms. We'll just use the tops, just the green parts of it. Alright, I think that's going to do it. Get that off to the side. Alright, I'm just going to get us a little paper right here. We're going to set those off to the side. Okay, I hope the audio is much better. I went ahead and hooked up the Rode video mic to the GoPro, so hopefully the audio will be 10 times better. I'm hoping. But anyway, what I have on the stove, and we'll go over there and I'll show you that, is to make this buttermilk dipping sauce. I have a cup of apple cider vinegar and a tablespoon of brown sugar in the pan. We're going to get that heated up and start to dissolve that brown sugar, and we're going to let it render down just a little bit till it becomes, thick and good with goodness. And what I have here is I have a bowl, and I'll point you down, but in this bowl we're gonna add some buttermilk, some mayonnaise, some barbecue sauce, the juice of 1 lime, and these scallions. So let me get everything out of the fridge and set up. I'm gonna turn this camera back on, so give me a second. All right, let's proceed. What I have over here is this is a cup of apple cider vinegar and 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. I don't know if you can see that, but we have it on the stove on a medium heat, and we're gonna let it rock on. Now, as far as our other stuff, I have some mayonnaise, see that, and I have some buttermilk. I'm gonna point you down. I also have a bowl. So I'm gonna point you down, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna put in this bowl. Alright, what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and start with the buttermilk, since it is the easiest, and we are going to put 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk into this bowl. Let's see, what's 3/4? There it is. Alright, 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk. That's going into the bowl. Let me grab a spoon. we're going to put 3/4 of a cup of mayonnaise. Or mayonnaise, depending where you're from, but I call it mayonnaise. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Oh, gracious. We got something that's Dan proof. Let's see. Oh, no. Dang, got it on the first try. Alright. We're going to put a 3/4 of a cup of mayonnaise into this. Let's see. I believe it looks like 3/4 of a cup to me. Alright, let me get a little napkin right here. Alright, well, we're going to put that into the buttermilk that we just put in there. Alright. We're also going to add 2 tablespoons and I'm using this. I don't know if you can see that. Barbecue sauce, about 2 tablespoons of barbecue sauce. Oops. Got some on my finger. Alright, look, get some on there too. Making a mess today. Alright, come on. Yes, that's why they call it thick and rich. Okay, there's one. Maybe a little bit more. Alright, and there's 2. Get all that goodness out of there. My hands are clean, by the way. Alright. Set him down right there. And we're also going to add the juice of 1 lime. Let me get these guys covered up. I got me a towel right here. Alright, get this out of the way, get him out of the way. There we go. We're going to add, we got 1 lime, cut him in half, and I actually just put my hand, make a little cup like that, and just squeeze the juice out into my hand to catch the seeds, which don't appear to have any seeds in there at all. Alright. It's going to be some good stuff right there. 1 more, another half. I don't know if you can see that. Alright, oop. I'm going to go check on the stuff over here. To stir that apple cider vinegar and brown sugar. Now, let's see, we put the lime in there, and what we're going to do is we're going to get a whisk, and we're going to whisk this yolk up. Whisk. And we're going to whisk this up. Ooh, it smells good too. Alright. Get all this stuff off here. Give these guys one more squeeze. We're going to get all that good lime juice out of there. Alright. apple cider and sugar mixture that we have. We have it over a medium heat. Let me check. About a medium. We're gonna allow that to reduce until it becomes kind of like thick and syrupy, and then we're gonna add that. We're gonna pull it off the fire. We're gonna let it cool down, and we're gonna add that mixture into this mixture, and then we're gonna add our green onions to it. So we're gonna let this do its thing, and then once it's ready, I'm gonna turn this camera back on. So give me a second. Okay, y'all, we have had some technical difficulties with the audio on the GoPro. I don't know what the deal is. I kind of think I know what it is, but let me show you what I've done. And what had happened was, each time I shoot a little bit of video, I always go back and just look at it just to see how it looks and how it sounds. But let me show you what we've done so far. I'm gonna point you down. Okay, remember that buttermilk sauce that we have? We had the vinegar and the brown sugar mixture over there on the stove, and we went ahead and rendered it down and let it reduce real good, and we added it to this mixture and mixed it in. We actually added our green onions to the mixture. Let's see if you can get a look at that. But we're going to cover it up with saran wrap. And we're going to put this guy in the refrigerator, and we're going to let him sit there and get his chili chill on until we do the fried green maters, and then we're going to rock on from there. So give me a second. Alright, y'all, let's rock on. I'm finna show you what we finna do. I'm gonna point you down. Alright, we have about 3 cups, 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, and about a tablespoon of garlic powder here. And this is going to be all our dry stuff. And what I have here is, I have some Panko Bread Crumbs, some sure enough good stuff. And what we're going to add a pinch of some cayenne pepper, you see that, and a pinch of some paprika. We can do that here in a second. And here, what we're going to slather them dang maters down in is 4 fresh eggs. I have to thank my girls for that. 4 fresh eggs. So let's get these guys right here. And I don't actually know what a pinch is, but we finna find out. Oh, there's some damn proof stuff again. Oh, got it on the first try. Good Lord. Alright. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna shake in just a little bit of paprika. Looks good. And we're gonna add in just a little bit of cayenne pepper. Now, I'm gonna tell you about cayenne pepper. People see cayenne pepper and you're like, ooh, dang, that's gonna be hot. No, it is dry cayenne pepper. Yes, if you add just mass quantities of it to whatever you cook it, yeah, it's probably gonna be hot, but it's not really that hot in a dry form. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna shake just a little bit of cayenne pepper in there. Not much, just a little bit. Okay, looks good to me. We're gonna set this off to the side and let's give this a little stir. Alright, cool. And this is what we're gonna coat our green maters in. We're gonna set that off to the side. Let's get these fresh eggs out. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and crack all of these. Where you going? Alright, good. Nothing like using fresh eggs, y'all. Give me a fork. We're gonna give these guys a good stir. Looks good. Looks really good. Now, if you actually really wanted to, and you sure enough like some, you know, spicy Cajun style fried green maters, which I do, you could actually add a little bit of seasoning to this, like some Tony's or something like that, and it'll work out fine. Alright, let's set that off to the side. Let's talk about these things right here. Green maters. What we're going to do is we're going to cut these tops off, kind of like that. We're going to set it off to the side, and what we're going to aim to do is we want to cut these guys to about maybe 1/4 of an inch. So I'm thinking something like that. Watch your fingers, don't cut them off. Let's see, yeah, something like that. I think that's, whoops. And we're gonna get these, let's cut this guy up. Oop, watch your fingers there, Dan. Alright. Okay. So we're gonna want to cut them something like that. About that thickness right there. Maybe 1/4 inch. Well, here's a good one right here. 1/4 inch. I don't know if that's actually 1/4 inch, but it looks really good to me. So let me go on and get these green maters cut up. I like them at about 1/4 inch because they fry real good. And by the way, I have a cast iron skillet on the stove right now with some oil in it, and I'm gonna get it heating up, and we're gonna cut the rest of these green maters up. And the reason why I said 1/4 inch, if they're too thick, they don't really cook all that good, and they kind of taste blah. So 1/4 inch is good. Let me get the rest of these green maters cut up, and then we're gonna rock on. Give me a second. Here we go. I'm finna show you. I'm gonna point you down. We basically got us a little assembly line going here. We have our green maters, and what we're going to do is, let me give this a quick stir. All right. Oh yeah, looking good. What we're going to do is, we're going to take these maters and we're going to give them a dredge in this flour mixture here that has the garlic salt in it, or garlic powder, excuse me. And we're gonna, let me get this out of here. We're gonna dredge these, we're gonna soak these guys down in some butter, egg mixture. Gotta get them good. And then we are gonna flop them down in this panko, and we're gonna coat them down real good. Just like that. Now, if you wanted to be super sporty on this, you could actually double dip these if you wanted to. We're just going to go on and rock on and leave them just like they are. And this is what it turns out looking like. Alright, here we go. I'm going to point you down. I'm going to show you what these things look like, and they sure do look good, y'all. There we go. We got some green maters ready to go in the grease. So let me get you set up over here, and then I'm going to show you what we're fitting to do next. Alright, we got our grease up to about 350 degrees. We're going to put a couple of these jokers in there and see what they do. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Give them a quick little turn over. Oh yeah, looking good. Hope y'all can see that. You don't have to, on the when you're frying your green maters, you don't have to submerge them in oil. Maybe half of the mater could sit in the oil, but they just don't have to be submerged. So let me get the rest of these guys going, and I'll turn this camera back on once we get done. Alright y'all, we done. Fried green maters and our homemade buttermilk dressing to go along with it. So let me point you down, show you what it looks like. Here we go. And our buttermilk dressing. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take, I don't know which one I want because they all look good. I'm going to take this one right here. And I'm going to dip him off in this sauce right here. Let me get you pointed up. Well, you can slide on down in there if you want to. Ooh-wee. But I got him dipped off in there real good. That's good, y'all. Ooh-wee. That's really good. Ooh. Ooh-wee. That's really good. Real easy to do, y'all. I got a mouthful. Okay. Real easy to do. Actually, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this Tony's and I'm going to dust these guys off real good because I like it like that. Leave it out if you're not a spicy person. But this is real easy to do, y'all. You got some green maters, and you want to fry them up. Real easy to do. Buttermilk sauce is real easy to do. Ain't but a few ingredients. Green maters, there's a little time in preparation, but that's fine. Cut them up. Flour, egg wash, Panko Bread Crumbs. I like the Panko Bread Crumbs because they brown up real good. If you show enough from New Orleans and you like traditional fried green maters, you could do it in Italian breadcrumbs if you wanted to, or just plain breadcrumbs. It's just all a matter of preference. So there you have it, y'all. Southern style fried green maters with a buttermilk dipping sauce. If you like the video, hey, give it one of those. Consider subscribing if you want to. And with that being said, y'all, it's not all about all the things that you can get, but it's really going to be about all the things that you can get back. We're going to see you in the next video.